Now, let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ story for today. I'm Greg Shapiro, and let's queer up entertainment. Armie Hammer reveals his attempt on Grindr and sleeping with men. Actor Armie Hammer, known for his roles in Call Me By Your Name and The Social Network, revealed he once tried sleeping with other men. In a recent episode of his Armie HammerTime Podcast, Hammer spoke with actress and mental health coach Dani Druz. He said, quote, "I tried hooking up with a dude one time, and it was hilarious," end quote. He met a handsome French man and decided to give it a go. But as the encounter unfolded, he quickly realized it wasn't for him. Quote, "God, beards! I get why women like it when you shave," end quote. He shared that his decision to experiment with men stemmed from dissatisfaction with women. Quote, "Like women are the worst," end quote. Hammer, who played a Grey graduate student in Call Me By Your Name, has faced serious controversies. Several women accused him of sexual harassment, abuse, and violent fantasies, which he denied. Well, I used to have a thing for Armie Hammer.
Did you?
Ever since I first saw him as the Winklevoss twins in The Social Network. And I appreciated his work as queer characters in J. Edgar. He played Clive Tolson and Call Me By Your Name. However, he keeps putting his size 15 foot in his mouth. And while that may earn him some ducats on OnlyFans, saying things such as, quote, "Like women are the worst," end quote, aren't going to do much for his cause.
Right.
And by the way, did you notice he objected more to beards than dicks? Maybe he just needs to meet a clean-shaven bro.
Right? Or maybe a bro that has a Brazilian wax. You know what I mean? Something like that. Like, he's very odd, this guy. I mean, to be so good looking, he's very odd. You know what I mean? Because he is a hottie. If he just didn't talk. No offense.
There are plenty of young men where I'm like, oh, you don't need to talk. With Armie, I have a few things that I first come to mind. One, the trying out with the guy stuff. I'm not entirely surprised because for Call Me By Your Name, I was watching on the YouTube, there's one of those guys that does like the history of all the making of movies, which I always find fascinating. And apparently in Call Me By Your Name, the taping, to get better chemistry on in the film, they were encouraged to spend a lot of time together, and they would horse around so much that Timothy Chalamet had a bad bruise at one point. They had to change the way they did. So maybe he was trying some hanky panky with Timothy, and he had clean shaven little twinks at that time.
I know.
Clean shaven. Let's be honest. So maybe that's why they're like. I will say I've heard of his fantasies, and he is a rich boy, and I'd like to remind him maybe instead of those fantasies, he should remember that some people want to eat the rich.
Chomp, chomp.
Mm-hmm. Google it, you'll understand with Armie, okay, people?
Good job.
Good job. So that is the big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.